Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my top 15 features of the Galaxy S4. And I've got time to play with this phone for a while, and I just want to show you guys what I figure my top features are, and what I really like about the phone, and what's really stood out to me. So, first feature, so feature 15. I know it doesn't matter to everyone, but it's really crucial to me, and that is the fact that you have a micro SD card slot to add on, and you have a removable battery. This is really big to a lot of people I know still, and a lot of people don't know why this is going away from most manufacturers, and neither do I. I really like having the ability to expand memory. It makes it really easy. It's just always really easy. So if you need to wipe out the phone, you have an easy backup solution right there. You don't have to like go home and go to a computer to back it up. I know there's cloud storages, but it's just nice to back up things on some hardware sometimes. So, and I know I'm not alone on this. A lot of people like having a micro SD card slot. I'm one of them. The other thing is removable battery. I can't tell you how annoying it is when, something's going wrong with the phone, and, the 3-button press doesn't always work, or the 2-button press doesn't always work. And the funny thing is the company that happens most often with is HTC, and they got rid of that, the removable battery. And so I just think it's better. As a technician standpoint too, this phone's a lot easier to fix because it has removable storage and because it has a removable battery. It's a lot easier to fix, so whereas phones like the HTC are impossible to fix. You just can't fix it. It's not going to happen. You have to replace the entire phone. So I like that, the feature, the fact that it's more easily repairable. And that's feature number 15. Feature number 14, another one that's just really a lot nicer on the S4, and if you'll notice, some of these features were on a little bit older phones, but I just think it's still really nice features. So one thing that was on the S3, the Note 2, and now the S4 was palm to swipe. So basically how it works is you touch your screen and you scan it with your hand, and this is how you do a screen capture. And I might not have it on. Oops. Okay, sorry guys. Just a screen capture. So you just capture it like that basically, and it'll do a screen capture. And the reason why I like this so much is because a lot of the times, omitting what I did earlier, like that, omitting that, a lot of times when you do a screen capture with like the home and the volume down, the power button, the volume down, all those kind of different kind of screen captures, you often press one button before pushing the other. With this, it just makes it a lot easier to take it more accurately. Now, I do have, of course, the pre-production model, so it's not being as nice, obviously, as it will be on yours. And you can take it right into editing mode too, so that's why it keeps going right to here. I have it set so as soon as I take the screen capture, it goes right into editing mode to edit then, and also share it right away. Of course, you can change that at your leisure. So that's just one feature I really like. I do want to do this one time correctly, so you can see, it just really does it, and there it is. It's not usually that slow, but of course, when I'm trying to demo why it's better, it's going crazy. So yeah, and you can have it go to editing mode automatically, or you can turn that off. And where you would turn that on or off, just since I'm on it, is settings. And you go to all the way down at the bottom. Most people don't go through these, so that's why it's all the way down at the bottom. And you go to motions and the palm swipe motion, and so that's where you do the screen capture right there. And it tells you try it, and then you can just capture just by scanning it, and that'll do it right there. And there you go. So that's how you do the screen capture for the S4. I forgot where you go to edit it after. I want to say it's on something like display or something else probably. Yeah, right there. Edit after capture, so it was on display, and you can take that off if you just want to just screen capture without the actual editing part after. So there you go. So that is another feature I like, so scan to capture. That was number 14. Number 13, again, this was on the Note 2, but it was a really great feature. It's called Best Faces. So I found this funny because I went into a store one day and a person that just saw a BlackBerry rep was like, "Oh my God, this phone can do this, and this." And basically they were describing Best Faces, and I was like, yeah, the Note could do that, man. I saw it. And it was funny because I happened to have my Note 2 on me that day, and I showed him, and he was like, "What the hell? My reps don't even tell me this kind of stuff." I'm like, "Well, your reps aren't that good." No, I'm just playing. But I thought that was really funny. So it's right here, Best Faces. Best Faces is a really cool feature just because it's really great for group shots. So the idea behind it, as it does explain on here, is basically it takes 5 consecutive photos, and then you can pick out each person's best face and essentially get the perfect group shot every time. So I like this. I've used this a lot in terms of group settings, and it's been really good for that. So and it's just a really nice feature that if you take a lot of group shots, it's perfect. Everyone is happy, and because usually what you get in group shots is one of 3 things: someone blinks. The second thing is, guys either smile or are too serious. And the third thing, of course, is, girls are like, "Well, I don't like the way I look in that picture. Well, I don't like the way I look in that picture. Well, delete that one. I don't like it." And all that. Well, now everyone gets to pick out their best photo for themselves. So that's Best Faces. For number 12, it is S-Translate. So for number 12, I'm going to go with S-Translate. So S-Translate is essentially similar to Google Translate, and I have done a comparison on that if you want to check that out. But so, speak one language, speak another language, which is cool. Not too shabby on that. But what I really like about S-Translate is it makes translating text messages and emails really easy and really efficient. So just let me take it off screen for a second and say if I want to transfer, if I want to do, I just held down the text message. So watch. If I just wanted to hold down this text message, I can just hit translate and I can just hit translate and translate the message. And it's just that easy, and it just translates it right then and there. So I really like the fact that, of course, that was the wrong language to translate, but we can translate English to Chinese, and there you go. So really nice and very simple to translate from language to language if it's via text message or email. So I think that's what makes S-Translate so good, is just because of the that portion of it that makes it really nice. So yeah, I would say that's what makes it really good. Feature number 11 I picked out was very good for if you watch a lot of videos, especially from your computer and from your digital copy library, and that is the video player on here. So obviously the video player on here is going to be the best one out there. I mean, you play 1080p videos, no problem whatsoever. But the real nice part about it is, I'm going to do this at an angle, guys, so sorry, but I just don't want this video to get flagged. But you can play MKVs. So what I mean by that is that basically I'm going to try to cover both half of it. But if you can see the clarity, MKVs are essentially Blu-ray rips. And I have had plenty of devices, as you know, and not one device has ever been able to play MKVs smoothly. This one has. So, yeah, that's just such a big deal to me, and that's just one thing that I have loved about this device, that it can play MKVs like nothing. Not to mention that, I mean, just even your regular 1080p videos play so smoothly, and that's just one thing that I really like about this device, that, watching a video on here is just amazing. It is just so great of an experience. And it's just really nice, and anyone will enjoy it. So that's number 11 for me, just because I can play any video on here, and it plays great. So that's a big deal for me, and anyone that has a media library would most likely agree as well. Alright, so the video quality, I don't know if you want to call it the video quality or MKV, I can play MKV videos, but that's just really big. Alright, feature number 10. And number 10 is kind of a tie between Smart Stay and Smart Pause. So I know Samsung gets a lot of flack for, you know, putting features. So I'm going to hit this button. Putting features that, like, everyone's sometimes called gimmicks and everything like that, which I think is kind of unfair. I really don't see them really as gimmicky as much as, you know, some people will use them. Most people won't, but some people will use them. So Smart Stay is one feature that I've always really liked and really I've liked a lot because it just, I mean, if I'm reading an article, it doesn't time out on me, and I like to have my timeout to a minute to save battery life. But yet at the same time, you know, Smart Stay will allow me to keep watching it, and then it'll turn off if I'm not for that time period. So that's what I like. I do like Smart Stay, and it's definitely a feature that I always have on. And I think most people would enjoy it just because the screen doesn't turn off on you. Smart Pause kind of takes that to the next step, and I use this all the time when I just want to watch a quick video and, you know, someone like tasks me like, hey, you know, can you help me out with this? Or, hey, you know, can you do this? And all that. I like that my video pauses and I don't have to pause it so I don't miss anything. So it's just a really great feature, and if you watch videos, it's really nice, especially because it works on not only the built-in videos, it works on YouTube videos as well, which, you know, is a really nice thing that you can watch a YouTube video on here and it'll just pause, and it works really accurately. So just let me show you guys and try to just have it look at me while I'm doing it, and so you guys can see what I'm looking at when I'm not.
I got one too. Where'd you get that? They gave it
to
me because
right now I'm looking at it.
This makes no sense, man.
And I'm not. I'm going to look at it.
Are you sure that maybe you're not here to see a guy named Samsung?
And so it's just a really nice feature. I have used it a lot of times, and again, it's really nice that, you know, you don't miss out on anything when someone bugs you. And that's a lot of the features. A lot of the features really are just for those few moments when you might not think, oh my God, I'll never use that feature, until you do. And then you're like, oh, wow, that was kind of cool that I had that feature. And that's where I think, you know, you don't miss what you don't have, but then as soon as you have it, you will most likely use it. So that's just one really feature that I like a lot. All right, so for number 10 is really geared towards a first-time smartphone user. And I think it's really great. If you're getting into smartphones for the first time, you might want to try this out. And that's called Easy Mode. So Easy Mode is a great feature for first-time smartphone users. It's perfect. It's so simple, and I really like it for first-time smartphone users. So Easy Mode, you just switch right here, and what it does is it changes the entire look of the S3 to look more like a feature phone. Now this is really perfect for someone coming from a feature phone. So if you're coming from a flip phone, a slider phone, you know, a non-smartphone where you didn't have to use data, this is perfect. I mean, look how easy and simple this is to use. I mean, anyone can pick this up and use this, which I really like. You know, you have all of your apps right here. You have, you know, your favorite contacts right here. You have your basic apps. If you want to see, you can add 2 apps right here that you use frequently, like navigation or Facebook or whatever you use. You can hit more apps right here, and you'll see them all in alphabetical order. I have a lot, so it goes through quickly. And you have easy settings. So the settings themselves are easy to do. I mean, just look at how easy Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are to do. Everything is so simplified. So for a first-time smartphone user, I mean, it's great. And even the apps themselves are, you know, easy to use. I mean, look at this calendar. It's just very simplistic. Everything changes on the phone. And so if you're a first-time smartphone user, you cannot get better than this. It's just super simple. And definitely it's the best phone for a first-time smartphone user. And so let's go to home screen and change it back to basic mode, and it keeps it just the way you had it. So if you don't like it, it turns out, well, then you can just change it back and it keeps everything the way you had it. So that was easy mode. That was number 10. For number 9, it's something, again, simple, but something that some manufacturers are going away from, and Samsung has started and keeps improving. So a lot of manufacturers have now put these toggles at the top. So you see it from different companies. I think LG, I know LG has it. I believe HTC still doesn't for some odd reason, and some other manufacturers don't. But the nice thing about this is Samsung kind of took it to the next level, and instead of doing this like scrolling thing that they did on the Note 2 and S3, they just did this little tab thing with Android 4.2.2, and it allows it to actually just show you all of the features right then and there. So it's a really nice way because, for one, if you ever forget what something is called, like air view or air gestures, you can actually just turn that on. If you also ever want to go to the menu, so say if I wanted to go to this smart scroll menu, if I ever wanted to go to it, I would just hold it down and it takes me to the menu itself. So I can see what it is even if I want to turn it on. And that's just a really nice feature to have all those quick, easy parts right there. So you can turn on and off, or you can go to the menu and see, like, what the heck is driving mode? What does it do? Well, if I turn this on, then I can see all that it does. So I think it's really nice and very, again, easy for like a first-time user, but also, you know, really great for us advanced users that do this kind of stuff all the time and that really just want to quickly change things on and off. So I really like it. I like the fact that it's that quick and easy to turn things on and off. And I feel a lot of users would agree, you know, if you want to turn your GPS on, your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your data, your, you know, and all these different features, the settings, they're very easy to turn on and off at just a press. So that was number 9. And number 8 is a real hidden feature, I would say most people don't know about this feature. And that is that the S4 actually is the first easy printing Android device. And what I mean by that is it's a feature that, you know, I feel that has been missing on Android, where iOS was really good with, is that, you know, how you print on Android is with a third-party app. So if you have an HP printer, you print with HP. If you have an Epson printer, you print with an Epson app. I mean, this is how, you know, you print from an Android device. So essentially, if you know, watch, I'll just type in printer app, and, you know, here are the printer apps. So HP controls with theirs, you know, Epson controls theirs. So these are apps for the specific thing. Then, so that's option 1. Option 2 was Cloud Print. So Cloud Print is how you use Google to route your printer at home, if it's not a wireless printer, or if it is a wireless printer, to work with all of your Android devices. And that's how you use Cloud Print. And I have a video on that, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, and if you don't have an S4, that is what you want to use. But however, Samsung has made this compatible out of the box with HP printers. And supposedly other printers will follow. So the really nice part about it is when you're on anything like a website, a text message, or emails, anything that you can print, basically you just go right to print, and it'll immediately start looking for a Wi-Fi printer, or something on the same network, or if something even has Wi-Fi direct on the printer, that will do it too. And so it works with HP out of the box. And supposedly there's other printers coming with updates for like Epson, you know, and everything else. But I just think it's a really nice feature. Even if you go on settings, it's pretty intuitive. You know, you can have number of pages, size, orientation, type of paper, color, black and white, double-sided printing. So you just have a lot of really nice features built into it. And once you save your printer, you know, you can choose between the different ones. So I think that's really nice. And I think it's something that's been missing from Android for a while. And it's something that Samsung definitely stepped ahead in that they're not getting any credit for. I don't think anyone really knows about that feature as much as they should. So easy wireless printing. That's definitely really nice from Samsung. All right, number 8. So number 8 is the one that a lot of people knew about but don't always know how to do, and that is SBeam. So SBeam basically uses 2 technologies, which is NFC and Wi-Fi Direct. This allows you to basically transfer over big files just simply by tapping your phones. So say if I wanted to transfer over multiple photos from this S4 to this Note 2. Well, let me see. So if I wanted to transfer over these different files, let's go into some of my photos. And let's just transfer over a bunch of these photos. So if I want to transfer over like these different photos right here onto this phone, one phone is on whatever you want to transfer, and one phone is on the home screen. Tap them back to back, and unless I turn that feature off. And then just, when you type back to back on the Note 2, unfortunately it's right here. On the S4 it's basically in the middle, so you just have to kind of line them up and then touch to beam, and that's it. So it's just basically an easy way to transfer. It's a software that allows the software of NFC and Wi-Fi Direct to work. So right now I basically like, oh, I can't do this through NFC, but I can do this through Wi-Fi Direct. And then it connected to Wi-Fi Direct, and it transferred very quickly. So that's how it works, very simply, and it's really quick and very nice. And you have the little Wi-Fi Direct symbol right here at the top when you transfer things. So very simple, very easy to use. And the more and more people are getting Samsung devices, the more useful this is becoming. So that's why it's just getting better and better, because more people are buying the S4, more people are buying the S3, more people are buying the Note 2, and then all the other little Samsung phones like the Galaxy Express, the Galaxy Relay, all these different Samsung devices are coming with it now too. So SBeam is only going to get better, and I like SBeam a lot more comparing to just having Wi-Fi Direct, because all the third-party Wi-Fi Direct file transfers suck. They fail most of the time, and I've tried almost all of them so far. All of them fail more periodically, whereas SBeam has never really failed me. So yeah, that's going to be my number 8 feature, and feature I really like about the phone. Feature number... Oh, sorry, that was number 7. Feature number 6 is going to be voice commands. So voice commands is a really nice feature that I really like on the device, and if you don't know how to use voice commands on the phone, you basically go into S-Voice, I believe. No, sorry. They made it easier. So how you do voice commands on the S4 is going to Menu, Settings, and you go to My Device, you scroll all the way up, and there you go, Voice Control. So on Voice Control, these are the apps you have voice control over. So on the top one, for incoming calls, you can actually say answer and reject. And that's just really that easy, that you can actually say either one of those things to, you can say, answer or reject, and it'll answer it on speaker or reject the call. Chat on for video chatting, that's what mainly is used for. Alarm, I use this one all the time. I say stop or snooze, and it'll actually do that without me needing to touch the phone. Camera is by far the one most people will end up using, just because when you can't touch it and you wanted to do that kind of pose where it's like this, say capture, and it'll just capture the photo. And I definitely use that a lot. It's a lot of times, even when like I'm trying to kind of get the phone in an odd, weird angle because I'm trying to take a photo of something. I've definitely used that so many times, and it's just a very easy thing to do. I use Capture. You can use Smile, Cheese, Capture, Shoot. Capture seems to work the best for my voice, but it does personalize to your voice, so find out what works for you. And then the music one only works with the built-in music player, unfortunately, not with third-party ones like Google Music, which I use a lot, or like things like Pandora. But I really like the voice commands. I use them on a daily basis. Definitely use Capture and Alarm the most, but I have done it on incoming calls as well. Just like when my hands aren't free, I've used it a lot on my S3 and my Note 2 for incoming calls. For the S4 though, it has a better feature which I'll go over later. But voice commands are really nice, and I definitely like it on there. So for the 4th best feature, which if you've been hearing me, I can't count, but for the 4th best feature, I would say it is Polaris Office. So Polaris Office is something you might take for granted if you've had Samsung phones over the couple years, but it's really nice to have a built-in word processor suite, and one that's so well developed. Polaris Office has been very, very well developed, as opposed to other things on other devices. So how you do it really is just by going and pushing the button right here. And you can do a document, spreadsheet, or slide. So PowerPoint, Word, Excel, all built in right there. You can hit the document part right there, and it'll give you templates, which are really nice. So you get like a template for a letter, memos, minutes for like, recipes, all these different kind of things, resume. I mean, just all these different kind of templates, which really make it easy for you. You can also do different spreadsheets, like probably invoices, charts, reports, inventory, loan calculator. I mean, really just very work-oriented stuff on your slide too. Different slide templates, really basic, but also very just nice that you have it built in. So you can also even do this new thing where, of course, it's called View Together, and that's part of group play. So what this allows you to do is for different people to view together one slide, so you can actually bring up any PowerPoint or Word document, and then all of you guys can view it together as a group. So this is great for school or work when you have one paper that everyone's doing. Perfect for that kind of thing where you want to show that off. And especially as this integrates into tablets and everything like that later, it's really building upon the not only Android ecosystem but the Samsung Android ecosystem, which I think is being really flourishing. So yeah, you have a lot of these kind of features, and even from you can view it in your device by form type, whether it even be Adobe or just any kind of real features that you have the ability to look over. So it has a lot of different features going around with it. You even have in your settings very basic stuff, so you can create like file backups. You can automatically restore once you create an account with them. So just really nice things that I really like. I think it's the most fine-tuned Word, PowerPoint, Excel processor or Office really on the market. I've used a lot of them. I just like this one the best. It just looks very simple and operates very easy. And let me go into like a Word document so you can see how the extras type. Oops, that's a problem with having the prototype model. Keeps messing up on me. And let's just go into a document. Let's go into blank. And just want to show you guys just how like the actual part looks. So you can see it kind of like walks you through the basics and everything like that. Copying and pasting, selecting, and you can insert things, or you can copy anything. You can highlight, you can draw tables. There really is just a lot you can do with this, and you can erase tables. So really just a lot that you can do with this device, and it just does very well at doing those kind of just anything you want to do. You can insert everything from like a gallery to camera, text box, shapes, tables, charts. Let's see what the etc. is. Header, footer, bookmarks, footnote, and note. So I mean, just a lot really that you can do with this type of layout, which I really like. It can even talk. You can speak out everything that's on the page as well. So I like it a lot. It's just very simplified, and I think it's a great way to go if you need to ever type, edit, or create a Word, PowerPoint, Excel document. So that was number 4. For number 3, it would be Samsung's Watchon app. Now this is a little bit different name from what this used to be, but basically Watchon is essentially the IR blaster, or in simpler terms, the remote control for Samsung. So the idea behind this is that you have, a remote control for your device. So not only can you see your guide for what's on your TV, you can see what's on your Netflix account, and just a lot of personalized really towards you. But the most important thing, of course, is your remote here, right here at the top. And this allows you to control your TV and your DVRs and your Blu-ray players. So all of these different features. And it's just really nice how easy the setup is and how really kind of elegant it looks. I think it looks better than most of the other ones out there. Even though the only other one I think is really out is HTC, which is also powered by Peel. So, this is a company behind these remotes and everything like that, but I think they just did a better job with this device rather. So, and then if you ever want to, you know, add another place, you can feel free to do that. And it's just really nice that you have that kind of ability to make it really easy for this kind of experience. So I like it a lot. And just as you can see, you have a little blue light indicator whenever you push something so that it reaches out to the other device. And I've used it so many times now, and just because you always have your phone in your hand, so you might not know where the remote control is, but you can use this always. So I really like that feature because you always have this in your hand. It puts it into the remote war, so you don't have to fight over the remote control. It also, you know, makes it funny enough that you can have change not only every room in your house, but you can change rooms at your friend's house. And although I do not condone this, technically you can go to like a sports bar and ta-da. So yeah, really nice feature. The next one is air gestures. So air gestures, if you don't know one of the main purposes for it, it can be seen, and again, as another gimmick. And seeing as how this is my second favorite feature on this device, a lot of people might think that. So let me explain to you how kind of like, I remember when a Samsung person told me it, I was kind of like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, but you know, what am I going to really use it for? So air gestures, the idea behind it was that, you know, you can operate your phone by simply not touching it anymore. So going like this, and you know, although that's cool and all, it uses the front two sensors right here, so you don't have to touch the screen. However, so you can use this on gallery like that. You can use it on your internet browser, so you can like scroll up like this, scroll down like that. You can use it on your email, so different apps like that. But what I really like it for is one app in particular, and that is for phone calls. So when you get a call now, say, you know, what always happens is you get a call when you're eating, and you know, someone calls always when you're eating, and what you can now do is go like this, and it'll pick up the phone call, and it'll do it on speaker because you're not holding it. So that's just such a nice feature, and I really, really like that feature. I've used it many, many times now. Just because as I eat, this is what happens when everyone eats. So, you know, you're eating and then you like wipe off all of your, like your food on your pants or whatever, and you go like this kind of thing. And it's really annoying. So the idea behind this is that you don't ever have to do that again. That you can really just go right to your phone, go like this, and it puts the phone on speaker. And if you're washing your hands, if you're eating, whatever your hands are doing that are preoccupied, you can pick up your phone very easily. And the top feature on my list would be something in the camera. So it's actually called auto night detection. And the reason why this is so high up on my list is because I've used it so many times now, and I never have used a flash on this device, and I don't think I ever will. So how you get to this feature is right here at the top. So you push this gear, and you turn on auto night. Now, as you can see, if you have your flash on, if you turn on auto night, the flash will be off because it will not use flash. The idea behind this is that you can take a low light photo automatically without ever needing to switch that on again. So once it's on, it's on. You don't have to ever turn it on again. It's just on your automatic. Now, the reason why this is so nice is because it's such a small one feature to do, and you will always get better photos. And when I mean better photos, I really mean better photos. So let me give you an example of a photo from regular auto to auto low light. Now I just have to go through my photos really quick, so just so I don't show any embarrassing ones that, you know, might get me in trouble. I'm going to go away from this, and let me show you. Okay, so this is an auto low light, okay? Or sorry, just a regular auto. So this is just a regular automatic photo. As you can see, it's not doing a very good job. We get a lot of noise, or what's called fuzziness. Oops. Oops. Damn air gesture. We're getting a lot of noise on there. But what really is nice is, so once you turn on auto night detection, you go like this, And that is your new low light photo that just looks a lot better. This is the same exact spot, same exact place. All that I'm doing is auto night detection, as it's called. I want to call it, but I just keep calling it auto low light because that's what it's called to me. But it's auto night detection. That's the official name for it. And it makes such a difference, guys. And it just is so much better. I use it for all of my night shots, and it really does well. That is one photo that I did that I thought was really good. I did do another one at my parents' restaurant when we were serving like pancakes. So, you know, this was the automatic one, which looks really good. This is a very dim lit restaurant, so it still looks really good, but it doesn't compare to that. So again, auto night detection. It just looks so much better. And I mean, for those of you who take low light photos and everything like that, and which we all do, we all take low light photos, this is just so much of a better solution. So those were the top 15 features. I will put them up here so you guys can see all 15 of them. If you have any questions about them, feel free to ask. This is a little long video, so hopefully you enjoyed it though, and hopefully this made you better realize what features you'll use on the Galaxy S4. Thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.